Hi, so my next season of episodes on young, inspiring women, my first guest, who I'm very excited to get on this platform as my series one, is a very special little girl who I know since she was 2 years old. And today I see her all around inspiring all of us. And this is Natasha Moore, entrepreneur and makeup artist. Natasha Moore's vision extends further than just her business. Through her platform and voice, she hopes to inspire women not only to be the best version of themselves, but beautiful inside out. Let me welcome Natasha.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I hope you like the introduction because I also have this and I've used this. So it says
Amazing.
gold
Soulmate.
digger.
Oh, gold digger. Yes, of course.
And I found it.
Goal. Goal, not gold.
Yes, I saw that gold digger, and then I have the mascara which I've been enjoying. So thank you so much.
Yay.
I love your
You're
products.
welcome. Thank you. Thank you. It looks really good on you.
Yeah, it's
How have
beautiful.
you been liking the mascara?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it, and I feel very confident and
Thank you.
beautiful in it. So
Thank you.
I'm
And
basically a
you've always
Sephora.
been so good at makeup. Since we were kids, I think that's one thing I remember. You were always super glamorous from all the aunties.
So what's happening? So I wanted to actually get you on this chat for a long time because I'd started these episodes, and the first lot, season one was just a mix of people, but this time it's going to be young, inspiring women at the age of 28 to 32, and who have seen grown up and having their success stories. So a little bit, I want you to share about your childhood with my guests,
Okay.
with my audience. Yeah.
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to say it's so amazing that you're doing this because I think just being able to do something you love and breaking the boundaries and just, it's not something traditionally that people are doing, and you're breaking out of your comfort zone to do it. So for me, you said I'm inspiring, you're inspiring, because that's amazing. I love what you're doing, and I love the series that you're doing. Just, getting people to share about their story, their brand, their products, their experiences. I think that's really awesome.
Yeah.
So I guess my childhood, where do I start? I was born and brought up in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
I studied in London for university. My parents are from Hong Kong originally. I'm Indian. I've always lived there. I've always loved doing makeup. Even as a little girl, I used to do everyone's makeup. I remember my primary three teacher actually got in trouble in school because I used to do her hair and makeup every day. Mrs. Smith, I remember. And she would take advantage of it also. She would let me braid her hair. So yeah, I guess childhood wise, that's kind of how I grew up. My parents were separated. Oh no, when I was little, my parents weren't separated.
Yeah.
When I was about 10 years old, my parents got divorced and I lived with my mother. I moved to the Philippines for a year. So I had a little bit of education there, and I learned the language, which was so great. And then I moved back to Hong Kong and then went to university. That was pretty much it.
Yeah. I remember, I think at a couple of birthday parties, you would come with a little makeup kit and probably put on all the little girls.
Really?
Yes. Now
That's
when you're talking
so
about
interesting.
it, yeah, at, I don't know, maybe Tanya's birthday, and you
I'm sure I did that because when
bringing
people
in the
tell me
little
stories
dots,
like
walking in
this,
with those frilly dresses.
oh my God, I
And you
love
were
that. When
pretty.
people,
You were as pretty as you were right now. So.
oh, thank you. I think I was a little bit of a terror. Actually, when I was in high school, I was very badly bullied. Very, very badly bullied because I was overweight. I was insecure. I mean, a lot of people don't know this, but I still am extremely insecure.
Oh,
And that's actually why I created a cosmetic brand, because I realized that I was able to give women some sort of power of confidence through makeup. And so I never understood that because I grew up so insecure. I had kids screaming outside the school buses saying, die, you ugly, and swearing, you're so fat, you're so ugly. And so for me as a child, I wouldn't be able to handle that, right? So I rebelled in different ways. But now I've taken all that rebellion and turned it towards makeup and trying to make women feel confident.
Fantastic. And it does. It does. I mean, I love what I have with me. So, and even the names that you give, it really makes you feel powerful when you use them. So
Thank
I
you.
love
That was
that.
the intention.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, what was your biggest inspiration? I mean, to reach where you are?
So the number one thing that has definitely inspired me was obviously working as a makeup artist. I think to create a brand, seeing the way that women responded to the way I did their makeup, for example, again, because of my insecurities, because I never understood how someone could look in the mirror and say it out loud, I'm so beautiful. Something as simple as that, I never understood it. I would in fact look at them and probably be a little bit judgmental and say, who does she think she is? But over time I started to think, why am I thinking like this? I'm the person that is doing this to them. This is amazing. I want to feel like that. There's nothing wrong in saying I'm beautiful. And so it's been a constant journey for me. Even for me, I still have to force myself. I know my boyfriend forces me to say it in the mirror sometimes. It's hard to look in the mirror and say that because I'm always looking at flaws in myself, but never in anyone else. So I think in terms of inspiring me, that was my biggest inspiration. Seeing how women responded to the way I made them feel. And because of that, I went and that's how I started my cosmetic brand. I wanted to visit women who needed that confidence boost. So I went to women's shelters, drug and rehab facilities. Yeah. I went to Compton in LA and I did makeup for these women who had been victims of human trafficking. And these are women who had been, stuffed into the wheels of cars and in hiding. And so, anything could really trigger them. And I couldn't even speak to them. All I did was just do their makeup and see how they would respond. And oh my goodness, it was the best feeling in the world to see someone who needs that confidence boost come from you. And so I thought, if I'm able to do this to women by just doing their makeup, it's so simple. It sounds superficial, but it's such a simple thing that can bring so much joy and confidence to someone. So I thought, you know what? All my products are going to do this. One day, I'm going to have a product line that is going to be that women's affirmations. So that's why shade names, Game Changer, CEO, Hustler, Drive. Today I'm wearing a new one. I don't know if I should say the name.
Yeah.
Called Freedom.
Okay. I love this also.
Freedom. Yeah. So it's just been such a journey for me in terms of being inspired. I feel like a lot of people say to me, oh, you're so inspiring. But for me, all my inspirations come from people around me. So, and the clients that I've worked with. So brides have been my, go-to inspiration.
Amazing. That's beautiful. And they look gorgeous, of course. But
thank you.
I want you to say right now that I am beautiful because I can say that to myself. So I want you to you are.
Today I had a photo shoot. So I actually had to tell myself this before because it shows when you're not confident, it shows. So a lot of people, when they see me on Instagram, they think I'm a completely different person to what I actually am. Yeah. Then you meet me and you're like, a lot of people say this to me. They're like, oh, you're actually nice. So I think it's that confidence that comes across, which I still fake it, but I need to start believing it. That's the number one thing. So today I actually did that. I went in the morning. I'm like, Natasha, you look beautiful. No one is looking at any flaw that you can only see, So yeah, beautiful. Thank you. But no, I mean, see, again, I'm saying no. I'm just going to say,
and I'm saying I'm beautiful because I've got a beautiful shade here for me and my mascara. So thank you for making me feel that.
Thank you. You're always so beautiful. You don't need any makeup. And that's the thing. We don't actually need the makeup to make us feel beautiful. Yeah. But the fact that sometimes I've noticed, and I'm not sending the message that you need makeup to feel beautiful. No way. If you can feel confident without it, great. I'm not a great salesperson, clearly. But the point is, the products are really, I know what a woman can feel when she feels her best. And sometimes it's just that little power through cosmetics. Makeup.
Even that little lipstick, or even because lipsticks are a little bit, we're wearing a mask, but the mascara or the eyes and a little bit of the face does wonders.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So Natasha, could you share with me some of your roadblocks, if you don't mind, some challenges along the way? It's not been easy.
I think too many challenges that people don't see. And, you know, like I can go into details of all the little struggles that I've been through, but I think the most important number one thing is society sometimes, and having noise around you. And I actually got this advice from a very dear friend of mine who's an actress, and she's been in the limelight. Like, I'm not in the limelight like an actress is, but there's certain things about me that people are super interested in my life, my personal life. I obviously went through my own little situation, and being in our community, it wasn't such a, you know, I was in a very public relationship and then it ended. And so I think people had a lot to say negatively about me without knowing me as a person. And I'm happy to talk about these things because I feel like that will inspire women, or that will make women know that we're human and it's okay to talk about these things. Right. And so I think for me, that was my biggest struggle, was just dealing with the BS, right? Listening to all that noise and then letting that consume me and make me feel like I actually believe some of the stuff people were saying about me, which was the worst. Like, you know, the things I heard, the things my parents heard. Luckily, I have very supportive, very loving parents who would hear stuff and say, my daughter is the most open, honest person. All this stuff you're saying is crap, right? And so for me, that was really nice that my mom would call me and obviously be stressed about what's going on. And she'd be like, is this happening? I'm like, Mom, I don't have time to date anyone. What are you talking about? I wish. I mean, you know,
so it was for 12 years, so I understand what you're saying.
Like there was a lot of rumors going on around about me. I think that was the hardest thing. And I would cry a lot. I even thought at one point, I was like, I'm going to quit this. I know I'm making a difference in the world by making people feel good, but honestly, it's taking so much from me. It's going to kill me. So I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to go live in the mountains and I'm going to like do some yoga for a year and forget everything. I went through that phase, honestly. And I think my parents were also a bit
rights. You were just doing makeup, right? You didn't have your product.
I did have a product line. I had just launched it as well. Okay. So there was so much. Yeah, maybe about 3 years ago. 3 years, I launched my brand actually 3.5 years ago.
Okay.
And so, but we launched into Sephora, but we closed the brand down for a year because I wanted to institutionalize everything so that it was ready for Sephora, like repackage, trademark, license.
Wow, you already had that in mind 3 years back.
Yeah, pretty much. So it was, and in 3 or 4 years ago when I launched it, 3 years ago. So at the end of the like when I just launched it, there was a lot of hype because I built the brand up so much. I shared with my followers that, you know, I'm launching something. It took about 6 months to a year. Finally launched it. And there was so much of a hype that my clients, my very supportive people that wanted to try the products, because I had been using them on my brides for a good year. I used all my samples on them. So everything that I did on my brides, people wanted to recreate that look. And obviously that was through my products. And so when I did these pop-ups, they were so great and so successful that it made me believe in myself more and ignore the noise. And that's when I just thought, how can I quit this? Are you kidding me? People are coming up to me and saying things like, I wore Game Changer to a meeting and oh my God, I was so confident and I feel like I changed the game. And I just thought, this is what I did. This is why I started this. Yeah. This is exactly the reason. And if I can do this for people, why, you know, I can't stop this. It's selfish to stop almost.
Amazing. Yeah. Because that really makes a difference. You know, everything is about positive affirmations now. And if you put them on your lipstick, I mean,
exactly.
Wear that and go, you have a couple of them and you choose which one you wear and go, can really make your day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what I find really interesting when I meet people and they're like, oh, I'm wearing your lipstick. And I'll say, what shade are you wearing? Even though I probably know it because I'm a bit psycho like that. I know whatever colors are on people's lips. So, and they'll say something like winner or bulletproof. And you can see the way they say it. They're like, I'm wearing winner. Yeah. And that feeling of confidence is just like, it's priceless.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah. I can imagine how you feel because you know, when I do my laughter yoga, you know, which I discussed the other day, and when people come and tell me I felt like this, and I felt like that's more impactful to me, and I just feel wow.
Than anything.
Take someone's that's all I need.
You're making a huge difference in someone's life.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it's beauty, whether it's laughter, whatever it is, doing something to spark a fire inside them somehow, which is so nice.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. How do you switch off? I mean, how do you
Uh,
balance? I know you work out, I see your videos, but it's easy to burn out, right? When you get entangled
yeah,
in such there's so much going on and so much excitement.
yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, more than excitement's a lot of stress. So when you were asking me about some of the roadblocks, there's so many things I deal with. Like, first of all, I don't sleep much because I'm dealing with so many different time zones.
Yeah.
So I'm working with the US, I'm working with Turkey, I'm working with Italy, China, Hong Kong, Latvia. Like I'm working with and Philippines, just so many different time zones and people. And you're always, as the face of your brand, you always have to be on point. You always have to be good in a way. So there's a lot of pressure. And I think burnout is something that I still haven't. I think there's just so much passion in me right now that I'm like, I need to keep going and keep going. Sometimes though, I know when I'm about to burn out. And I think my burnout period happened to me, honestly, when I had COVID. That 34 days and I was in a hospital. I think more than it being the virus and COVID, I actually think it was a blessing in the disguise from God, because I had been on a plane every 3 days, different countries. And so I feel like God was like, and I am quite spiritual and religious. So I do believe that he was kind of like, you know what, you need to sit and watch TV and have nothing else around you. And that's all I did for 30 days. Of course, it was depressing and I cried a lot, but it was really a point for me to be like, you know what, you need to take it easy. Yeah. Because you can't keep doing this to yourself.
Yeah.
It's not healthy. It was COVID. It wasn't like I was sick for any other reason, but it trained my mind to just be a little bit more aware and focused on me. I think prioritizing yourself is something I never used to do. I always prioritize everyone around me. I still do. But I think now, like, yes, I work out a lot. I do yoga, but I listen to my heart and listen to what I'm feeling.
Amazing.
And I'll go with that.
Do you meditate?
I try. And when I wanted to first start meditating a lot, again, one of my dear friends was an actress, Lisa Ray. She gave me the best advice, because when you think meditation, right, you think, close your eyes, think and focus about, you have to like focus on the light. But you know what she said to me that was so good that I've actually been able to do now? Stop, because when I'm meditating, I'm always telling myself, stop thinking about this, stop thinking about this, stop thinking about it. What she said was, let everything come. It's fine. Whatever thoughts are coming to you, let it come to you. That's part of your meditation process, and slowly it will kind of fade away. But you can't keep thinking, get it out of your mind, get it out of your mind. So I try. I listen to a lot of affirmations because that really gets me through my day. Yeah, I listen to mantras.
Louise Hay. It's really good.
Sorry?
Louise Hay.
Yeah, you mentioned I still need to look through that, but I listen to a lot that just puts me in a positive space. One thing about me that I give mad credit to my mom for is the Gayatri Mantra. I've been listening to that throughout university. So I remember my friends who would stay over, they'd be like, oh my God, Tash, what is this? We're in uni. We've come from clubbing and you're listening to the mantra. Like we're drunk. I'm like, yeah, I need to sleep. So I need my mantra.
The other day I shared a meditation, not a meditation, but a rebooting, which on my Instagram, which you really don't need to find a place and sit in the corner and you look for dark.
Yeah.
Not imagining. It was just like bringing your fists together and feeling the ridges, just closing your eyes and kind of controlling your emotions. So that also helps. And just before you're getting into work or something, if you have time, I'll send you the video and you'll see.
Yeah, please.
It's really helpful, and you can do it anytime, 4-5 times a day, and you reboot. So that's really helpful. And you don't need to really find that corner, because that's quite a mission for some.
Yeah, exactly. To really focus.
And then
especially someone like me. Yeah. My mind is in 10 different places. I'm very, active. So that doesn't work.
I learned it from Shirzad Shamin, who's a positive intelligence guy. He's written the book, and it's an interesting thing. I'll share with you later.
Okay.
So I wanted to ask you about the, what's your imagination, your scale of business for future for Natasha Moore?
So before, I used to say this a lot. Every time I'd be asked this in an interview, I would just say, you know what? I want global domination. I want to be everywhere. Well, that's still very, very much true. I want my products to be, the goal is very different now. Yeah. I think after 2020, I think my goal is pure happiness. But initially I was thinking, again, like you learn as you grow. I'm 31 soon, but I'm only 30. And I think there's so much of a growing period for me.
Yeah.
I think with the brand, I definitely need to see it everywhere, because not for myself, because I know that the products will bring so much happiness to people around them, around the world. Yeah. And it'll inspire. Just the feeling of having a concealer that's your perfect shade, as superficial as that sounds, or knowing that my mascara can make women feel very confident, or my lipstick, that will make me really happy.
Yes.
You know, it's not so much about, oh, I want to build this business to be a gazillionaire. Of course, everyone has that intention. But now I know what my purpose is, and really it is to bring confidence to those who don't have it.
Fantastic.
Because that's basically me. Like to impact the women that I feel like I've been doing for myself. I want the same feeling for the other women.
Right.
Yeah.
And one more question, one nice more message for all the young women out there.
I think it would be the same advice that I was given, is just, you know, whatever gossip or rumors, or there will be a lot of negativity in a world of someone being an entrepreneur, right? There will be. It's just inevitable. Another lipstick shade of mine is called Inevitable, but it is inevitable. But the thing is, you just have to believe in yourself. So no matter how low my self-esteem was, or how little confidence I've ever had in terms of beauty, whatever, I always believed that I'm going to achieve something great. So that is something I've always been confident about. That, and knowing that you're a good person. Those are two things. I might not be confident that I look the best, or I'm the most wealthy, or the most successful, or the most anything. But I know in my heart, I have no bad intentions for anyone. I think that's so important, even as you grow as a business. And the second thing is really just believe that you're going to succeed no matter what, and just ignore if there's negative noise around you. You have to be able to work on it. And so for me, I have my way of doing it was, I had a spiritual healer, and she really helped me. She really guided me. I highly recommend her. I'm going to do laughter yoga soon, so I'm sure that's going to be amazing. Yeah. So I think it's doing things like that.
I am beautiful.
I am beautiful. I am more. That's what I'm going to keep telling myself.
I'm more than beautiful.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, it was beautiful talking to you. I can't wait.
Me too.
And,
Me too.
I just want to tell all my guests that, very soon you're going to see Natasha Moore Cosmetics at Sephora in Dubai, which is,
inshallah.
I walk in and say, oh my God, I know this girl, who was little, and,
Yeah.
that makes me
feel right now we're in Sephora in Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines.
Yes.
And in Macy's in the US online because of COVID situation right now.
Yeah.
And then hopefully we're going to launch in India and then the Middle East very, very, very soon. Very excited about that.
I hope you can see it even at the airports, because a lot of people, whenever they travel.
I hope so too. Like I said, global domination, I would love to be everywhere.
Yeah.
I also think that it's good to take it slow and really build.
Yeah.
That's important.
Enjoy the journey also, right?
Yeah.
Also,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have such a positive energy. Even when I met you that day, and even now, like, you have such a great energy about you that I think that these interviews are going to do so well for you. I'm so excited.
Well, I'm so excited to meet her, and you all agreed to me. So I'm really excited about it. Thank you so much. And guys, please follow Natasha Moore Cosmetics and Natasha Moore. She's the most gorgeous girl. She's got great stuff. I've got everything of hers, and I'm going to continue only buying Natasha Moore now because they're my favorites, and I love positive affirmations. So
thank you.
Thank you so much. And look forward to seeing you soon.
Yes, definitely. Oh, cool nails. Bye.
Bye, darling. Bye. Yeah.